Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Deborah already, who is watching. It is Thursday, the 29th of February. So we are here for another crafting session. It's a leap year. So if you're having a birthday, happy birthday. I don't know how many leap year babies are out there, but happy birthday if you are, or if you're celebrating an anniversary. You know, it only comes around once ever so often, but we get an extra day, so that's fun. And it is the last day of celebration as well, so we get an extra day to get some freebies. Good morning, Lois. Good morning. Okay, so we are going to be playing with the Nature's Sweetness suite today, which has become a favourite of mine. I have been using it for my Stamp by Mail for the last 3 months. We are finishing up our last month with that. So I'll give you a quick flick. These are the cards that we have made during the last 3 months. Their kits are going out for this last month in a couple of days. But I'm going to keep with this colour theme because I really like it. And I'll do a really quick flick through perhaps at the end just to show you you know what it's about. And I have made an extra card that was for our paper party. So I have actually made a lot of cards with this suite, but you guys just haven't seen it. And then I can explain perhaps a little bit more about Stamp by Mail because the next one will be out in May. So fun. Good morning, Fiona and Crystal from Iowa. Good morning, good evening, I should say, to you. Hello. Okay, so let's get swung around. We'll get stuck straight into it. And I've got some ideas brewing in my head, so we'll see what pops out. But this is a really beautiful set, and you can get nice and inky and really, or I don't know the words for it, but you'll see as we go. So let's switch cameras around. Okay, so this is a big mega suite. So for our Stamp by Mail, I didn't include both of the stamp sets. I just chose the one. So personally, I haven't actually used this one yet. I went with the Notes of Nature because I loved all the textures in there and the leaves. And because we had the paper in there, we could take images from the paper as well. So we didn't really need this one. So if you are stretched and you're just wanting one, I would perhaps go for this one. I really like the sentiments and I really like the fonts. So you've got a birthday, a hello, or a little, you know, thanks for making me smile. And then this one, you've got congratulations and so sorry. Sending a bit of love your way, which I think is really sweet as well. Good morning, good morning. So we've got some more people coming in. Paulette, hello from Canada. And Maria, good morning from Townsville. Nice. Oh, she's had a full knee replacement. Ouch. Take your time. Don't rush back to work. Take your time. So if you had to choose between two, I would go for the Notes of Nature and the Designer Series paper because you can, and they're not a big deal. We've fussy cut them, so they're not, you know, not too major of a deal to be fussy cutting, but the paper is gorgeous as well. And don't be fooled by the, you know, the browns and the golds because it is really nice. So you've got all, you know, you can, these are the images from the stamp set, so you can actually take them from here. Good morning, Shannon. And gold and texture and gold. Look at that gold foil. And more brown, pebble path, gold, and we've got pecan pie in there as well. So I'm going to stick with the same colour theme that we did for my Stamp by Mail because I really love it. Oh, and I've trashed my packaging. And I'm going to put my big ones behind. Oh, I hate it when I touch my packaging. There we go. So I am going to go for, I've had my hands in here too often. What scraps have I got? Oh, I've got some coloured image. Look at this. I can use them. That'll save us some time. Okay. Oh, I've got one die cut too. I love that when there's a bonus. All right. I want to use this one here. So, but I don't think I've got enough of it. So I'm going to have to cut a new piece. Now, if you are wanting measurements for these cards, then you will need to be on my mailing list because the tutorial for this card will go out next Tuesday. So I will switch and bring that up for you. So if you're not on my mailing list, you can head on over to www.alisatilsner.com while I'm fluffing around to get my paper out. You can head on over to there, sign up for my newsletter. You'll see the subscribe button. And this card that we make today will go out as a tutorial, and you will have all of the written instructions and all the supplies used and everything like that, so that you can recreate. Oh, tell you what, getting paper and getting self-organized is a little bit like, oh, these papers are just absolutely gorgeous. So this one is Pebbled Path. I don't know whether you can see it properly. It's not picking it up. And it's got like gold text on it, but it's also got like ink splatters on there as well. So it is really pretty. Hello, Nicole. Okay, so we're going to go for a fine border, I think. I've got an idea in my head, as we always do. Okay, so I just need to see. I don't even know the measurements a lot of the time, so that's why. And sometimes I change my measurements as well. Okay, so now I'm going to do that thing that I did the other day, where is I don't know, because I'm working in. Oh, is that even going to be enough? Because I don't know how. Can't do math in fractions, okay? I'm hopeless at it. But I know that that's going to be that size. But I don't know how much to cut my paper now. So what I did a couple of weeks back, because I'm hopeless, because I'm working in 7/8 and my brain ceases to function, what I'm going to do is line this piece up where it needs to go. And then I'm going to line this piece up where that needs to go, right alongside it. And then I'm just going to cut it, and I don't have to sit and figure out the math. Now, if I've cut that piece wrong, I'm in trouble. But I think we should be fine. Okay, I'm going to get all my pieces together first, I think. And then, because I'm going to use these guys. You don't need to, like, I do like using the bigger images, but I think I'm just going to leave stay with our leaves. So I can die cut, because I love it when I find little bonuses that I didn't use. So this is stamped in, I stamped it in Pebbled Path ink, and then I coloured it with my Granny Apple Green blends. So that's how they were done, just in case you are wondering, because I won't be showing it. Looking sweet, Notes of Nature. So let's get them cut out, and these dies are really nice. So we've got the dies to cut out our images, and then we've got some, this one's really cool. We'll use that one today. And then this one you could do tone on tone, and then we've got some other little leaves. So it really is a sweet set. I haven't actually looked at the other dies. I should pull them out. Maybe next week we can come back and use the other stamp set again. So, hey everyone who is coming. Good evening from New York. Susie and Ronnie, Renee, Leanne, hello. So don't forget, today is the last day of celebration. So if you are wanting a freebie, it is the last chance. In Australia, it is free. Items are free with a $90 or $180 order. And what else? If you're putting on a really big order, then there's host rewards once orders, or if you want to get a group together in the last couple of hours. Host order Stampin' Rewards increased at a $500 order, so you get an extra $50 worth of product freebies, and of course joining up. So if you wanted to join, you'll get the glass mat last day today. Don't muck around. I sort of think, well, you know, what have you got to lose, really? You're going to be buying product that you're already going to, you know, want and use, so why not jump on in? That's what I think. That's what I think. Okay, what else do I think I think I'm going to work, I'm sort of working a little bit differently today than what I normally work. I'm a little bit all over the place, which you can probably tell. And I'm just going to use just a little note to say hello, because I think that's nice. I think I've got a few birthday cards already stashed, but I need some just cards to just, we'll just say hello. Sometimes you like them. What am I looking for? I'm looking for these. Oh, that's what I need to do. Oh, no, that will work. That's okay. Don't mind me talking to myself. Oh, it's one of those days. We chatted to ourselves. I know what I want to do. When I do this style of card, I sort of am a bit backwards and forwards because I know my layout, but I don't know my sizes. I need my elements so that I can work out my sizes. And then I go back and I add all my detail. So I do work a little bit differently. I think it depends on the style of the stamp. Sometimes I'll start with an image and work from there. Sometimes I'll start with a layout and then pick an image. I think it really just depends on the style of the stamp that I'm working with, which is, I don't know. Do you guys function like that? I don't know. Or am I just weird? I could very well be the issue. Okay, now what I really like with this sentiment as well is, for some reason, is cutting the ends on a bit of an angle rather than leaving them flat. So I'm going to do that, and then to get these, I'm going to bring this in here so you can see a little bit more. Let me get rid of my banner, my blog address, so you can see a little bit better. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks so much, Cindy. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to line this edge up here. So it doesn't matter what angle you cut your first one on, but if you have got a trimmer, even the other trimmer, I just use these ones because they're easier for me to handle. But then I make this one here line up with one of these, and then the other angle is going to be exactly the same, but just on the other, like, see, they're both on the same angle. So that makes it really easy to line up. Okay, so that's going to go there. So I've sort of got that forming already. Now I'm going to bring in some other colors. I'm going to bring in my petal pink and my granny apple green. So, and this is where, because I'm not 100% sure which one's going to go down first. So this is where I start to play around. That's cheap. You're welcome, Renee. Okay, so this is where I start to play around. I've got some scraps. So it's either do I want petal pink on top of granny apple green on top of pebble puff, and you might think this is a pretty unusual combination, and it probably is. Or do I want to go this way and then like this? So I sort of muck around a little bit with my layering. So I could go that way. I think either way is probably okay, but just to separate, actually, I don't know. I want to use some of this as well. And I want to bring some of that in there as well. And I just got to work out whether I like it better on the pink or whether I like it better on the green. So good morning, Christina. Better late than never, yes. Okay, and the little gold, this is really nice. This is the faux gold leather trim, and it's really soft. Like, I'm surprised. I'm not really a big ribbon person at the moment. I like my baker's twine, but this is really super soft. And because we've got, it sort of matches the pecan pie cardstock, which is in this color combo, but because of the gold that I've used back here, it's picking that up as well. So I think that's quite nice. Okay, so pink on top, Leanne, is that what you're saying? Pink on top or green on top? That way? Is that what you're saying? Because I need to trim my card. I need to know which one to go first. I think that's what you mean, isn't it? on the pink. All right, so pink on top. Yep, cool, excellent. Okay, and I want to do, let me think about pink on top. Oh, good, everyone is in agreement today. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do, and this is also what I do, I get my ruler out and I measure. Okay, so pink on top, and I am going to do, there we go, pink on top like that. And I'm actually going to do a standard matting today. I know that's really unusual for me, but that is what I'm going to do. All right, so something like that. And then a standard matting on top. So I'm just going to make this one. Oh, what size did I do? I cannot remember. 3. Okay, so, all right. Don't mind me. Chitter chatter to myself all the time. I know, this is really unusual for me. A regular mat. Holy cow, look at that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking like. That's going to be our layout. So now comes all my detail, and now I get to have fun with all these gorgeous stamps. So I think on this one, and I'm going to do some ink blending as well. So I'm going to start with get my 3 pals out. I cannot pick things up lately. All right, let's get you out of the way so you don't get messy. Like that, Renee? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to start with this layer. And I think I'm going to do spots on this one. And I'm going to use them all. I'm just going to use them all because I love them all. And they're all going to be tone on tone. Actually, you know what? I think I might ink blend around that one too. Why not? This collection lends itself to ink blending and lots of texture, lots of ink blending, lots of random stamping, just like that. Give it clean, put it away because I need to use my blocks over and over again. Okay, ink blending. So we'll take a little bit. Now, if you've got little bits of ink that's on the, you know, pick them up. Why not? Don't waste them. So I pick them up. All right, let's go round. So, and I am going to go, even though these two are going to join, I am going to go around all the edges. So with my stamp by mail, like I said, we've just, if you came in late, we've just, well, we are in our last month of stamp by mail, and I have used these products and these colors. So they run for, I hope I'm not wobbly. My desk is wobbling and I can feel it. Hopefully everything wobbles together and you don't notice. So Stamp by Mail runs for 3 months and it builds on the collection. So for example, in the first month, they got the stamp set. You can purchase the dies if you wish. And we make our cards just using the stamp set. So I provide all the card kits and any extra embellishments and stuff that we need for that month. And in the second month, we got the paper, and we got, what else did we get? We got the cork rounds, and then we make cards using all of them. And then in the final month, which is this one, they're getting the faux linen thread, and also some Wink of Stella, which I'm going to use today as well. And so there we go. That's going to look like that. So they get all of that, and each month it builds up, and they get 3 cards to create instructions and card kits. So each month sort of builds on from each other. So this one is just finishing, and the next one will be available in May with probably new products from the new annual catalogue. All right. Oh, waffle. Okay, so I've got that going on. I'll put them aside. Now my green, my granny apple green, we're going to ink blend as usual because I like ink blending with this one. And I think for this one, I'm going to use this sort of like ledger book for this one. It's the Rowdy rubbish truck. Okay, and again, this one we can just, now because it's going to have a layer, I sort of, you know, I don't really need to focus on stamping the inside. I can just go around the edges. Okay, and a little bit of space. And I like double stamping as well with this one, like, so you can actually go in with one of the other textured stamps and stamp over the top as well. So I really like that you can do that. You can pretty well go for it. Okay, again, I'm going to pick up that ink and sponge around, ink blend around the edges. Oh my gosh. And so we've got a long weekend coming up, not this weekend, next weekend. I'm looking forward to it. My youngest son has got a volleyball tournament that he's gotten into. They've got competing, like towns from other areas coming down to compete. So he's looking forward to that. And then he's going to trade school in Adelaide on his own for the first time. So I'm sure he will be all good though. He's just going to fly over and stay at some accommodation, TAFE accommodation. I think we'll just get him to catch Ubers. We've never done that before either. So I'm sure he will be fine. That's the mother worrying in me again. Okay, so now we've got my green and finally my petal pink. I've got another blending brush. How old are my boys? They, I know this is going to sound really stupid, Jennifer, okay? This is going to sound really stupid because he is going to be 21 soon. And I'm worrying over him. But he's a country kid. He hates Adelaide. He doesn't like the city. He'd rather not be there. You know, and he's, you know, he's the youngest. The other one, the eldest one, he just goes, I'm going to drive. The first time he went to Adelaide, I'm driving to Adelaide on my own. Jumped in his car and off he went. And it was like, okay. The youngest one is a little bit different. He's not as bold as the eldest one. So, and then the other one's going to be 23 a little bit later. I know, right? You just, that's what they say. It doesn't matter what age they are. You still worry about them. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Last one to sponge around. So it does take a little bit longer when you're ink blending around all the edges, but I tell you what, when you do it with this set, it definitely, it matters, I think. I think if you were to remake this card without any of this ink blending, it would be like day and night. So, and these are all the little extra things that make stamping fun, right? Because we're getting to do lots of stamping. I actually really enjoy creating cards when there's lots of little bits and pieces to be doing. And adding, what else can I add, and all that type of thing. But because I've made a few things with this, I sort of know what I'm doing, like what I want to add and how it plays with each other, how the images play with each other, I should say. Does that sound weird? So Maria says that she can relate. Her baby is 19 and in New Zealand at the moment for Taekwondo. Oh, first ever international travel and on his own. Oh, see, I would be worried. But it's probably really good for him. Like, I know that the first time's going to be tricky, but... And he wasn't confident to drive the 7 hours on his own. He didn't want to do that. So we just said, you know what, let's just make life really simple for him. Let's just... This accommodation with TAFE, it's only around the corner. It's only like a 5-minute drive, so hoping that an Uber won't cost very much. They provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They get to pack they have a smorgasbord in the morning, and they can pack a lunch and take it with them to trade school. And whoops. So this is how we are going at the moment. So quite like that. Thanks, Fiona. I did. He's got my oldest son's got his girlfriend over there, and he has my other son's one of his best mates as well. So if he gets into trouble, he can call on some people. So, but he's just going to go there. He's going to go to trade school, come back. Eat at the accommodation, doesn't have to worry about meals. We'll get him an Uber so they can organise for him to be picked up, and because we tried to look for buses, and that's just, you know, I think you have to, even though it was only around the corner, I think you're going to catch like 2 or 3 different buses. So I was like, that's too hard and confusing. Okay, so I'm using this one here, which gives you a perforation and also little holes. So what you could do if you wanted to, and what I did do in one of our cards for Stamp by Mail, is to actually tear them off. Here we go. Here's one where I tore off that bit there. But I'm going to leave them because I want to thread some of that ribbon through. And I like that there's no florals. I'm not going to put a floral on it. Deb says she wasn't sure about this layout, but it looks great with all the stamping and blending. I know, right? You've got to do all these extra little bits to it, and I'm not done yet. So, because now I'm going to ruffle up the corner, and we're going to just put a little bit of, dag into it, a little bit extra. And because that's been perforated, that actually does that really easily. So let's go around and roll our corners. Maria says she's got the mini cutter emboss machine on the way. Yes. Is the one you're using the smaller? Yes, that is the smaller one. So that's the small one. Let me just hold on for 2 seconds. So that's the mini one, which I use an awful lot of the time. It sits on my desk. So pretty much the only time this one comes out now, okay, the only time that one comes out is when I need to do folder embossing, or when I've got a really big die that I can't fit in here. But the majority of my use is now with this one. So they're the 2 sizes. So that one sits permanently on my desk, and this one sits on the cupboard behind. Oops, I'm stepping on my... Stepping on my paper that I love. Oh, that's why I shouldn't put things on the floor, but I have to because I got no room. All right, back to our card. You're welcome. Right, okay. We have to have a dag in our day. We do. I'm always daggy. I'm really bad. Because I spend most of my time at home now, well, let's face it, the only time I really go out anymore is to go and do the shopping. And I was doing that every day, and I'm trying to cut back to every second day. So I really don't go out. So most of the time I am in daggy t-shirts and either tracksuit pants or just, loose daggy pants. And then I think, I have to go out. I better at least change my clothing. So I wear, good clothes for about half an hour while I'm down the street, and then come home and get changed again. They're too comfy. We're going to On Stage next month in 14 days. And I'm actually going to have to wear proper pants. Okay, so I am going to go under and over and under and over. I think I'll do it like that because there's 3. It doesn't, you can't do a nice proper fold. So what I'm going to do is just do the best I can, and I'm going to tie a knot in this end, and it doesn't matter where that one goes because I can pull that back. Now, to secure that a little bit, I am going to pop a little bit of adhesive back there and just hold that there. And then this one, it doesn't really matter, but you do have to snip this one off. Will these ones be fine? You do have to snip this one off because tying that one is a little bit tricky. So we'll tie a knot in this one, and that's how flexible it is. Like it really is a beautiful difference to have, rather than, you know, having ribbons and stuff. So, and then you can trim these if you want, just to make them. Whoops, I'm using my non scissors, ribbon scissors, but it's a bit thicker and I don't want to use my ribbon scissors on them. So I don't mind that one is a little bit daggy, but I have secured that one a little bit floppy. So what is daggy? Daggy, oh my gosh, Aussies, how would you describe daggy? Not done up, not I don't know, we call people daggy, or we say something's daggy. It's not finished nicely, it's not finished off nicely. I don't know, how would you describe daggy? Comfortable, yeah, well, you know, your comfy daggy pants. So something can be daggy, you could be a dag, you could do daggy things, which, you know, are like, oh man, don't be a dag. I don't know. That was a daggy thing to do. It's just so yeah, funny. Okay, so let's get these on. I probably could have made that panel there a little bit smaller and had more of that as well. That probably would have been a better thing to do, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put this one down flat, I think. And yeah, no, my hair tied back, not done. All right, so let's put this one down flat, and then let's bump this one up. So let's give this one a little bit of height, just for something different. Oops, lost my lid. Not prim and proper, not finished. Yes. My cat, here's an example. My cat ran around the house and only stopped when he went head into the wall. He's a dag. Yeah, so you can do, you can do silly stuff. All right, should we do this one on an angle? Maybe we'll pop that on an angle. Let's have a look. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have done it straight. Oops, too late now. Is it too late? Should I do it straight? Oh, I think it might be too late. But there's too many of them. You're going crooked. Ugh. All right, let's stick this one down. I'm going to use dimensionals for that as well. So I'm going to pop them because I want to put things underneath. I'm just going to put them close to the middle. Angle, good, because it's down. There's too many dimensionals for it to I'm going to put you down here and off a little bit. Yeah, so we can pop you. Alrighty, we are getting to the finish line. I mean, it's helped because I didn't have to colour in any of these leaves, but oops. I just dragged the card by using the angle. Oh, my stomach is rolling again. You like the angle? Good. Awesome. And I'm going to put a third one down. Maybe not. Okay. No, got to cluster them all. So you could put down, like there's extra, you know, die cut leaves. And oh, let's have a look at this one. But I'm just going to do those three. Oh, look, there's tiny little flowers. You could cut them out as well. They would be sweet. Actually, you know what? I might do that. Let's die cut some of them. Just for fun. Oh, that's the first time I've looked at that. Can you go, oh, look, oh man, I didn't know that they were there too. Oh, look at that. There's a tab. Oh, unreal. Oh, and that one. Oh, I could have done some, gee, you know what? If I'd looked at these first, I could have done some pretty cool things. Oh, it's okay. Next week, maybe next week we'll come in and and play with the other side of the, you know, the lovely and sweet that we didn't play with this week. Maybe I'll get some different colours because I've pretty well exhausted these ones, although I do like this colour combination. But, you know, maybe some blues. Oops, hello. I don't know. What do you think? A couple of them? I need 3, right? Oh, I could put Wink of Stella on them instead. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna need to. Yep. I need to play with that other, because I was just like, oh no, this other one, you don't need this one. But you know what? I think maybe I might be wrong because that one's got some pretty cool dyes in it, and I think I do need to come in with some different colours. Okay. Blues, maybe. That would be cool. Oh, some blues and some yellows. Okay, let's pop these down. And am I straight or am I crooked? I can never tell. I think that's crooked. Anyway, it's okay. All right, I'm coming back to this even though it's nearly dead. Let's just pop a few of them around. These are pretty. Highland Heather. Rose gold. Oh, metallics. Do I have any rose gold? Oh, that would be nice too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, you know, you get stuck in a color combination zone, and I know that I'm stuck in this one because that's what we did for Stamp by Mail, but I do like this one as well. Oops, get off my finger. Okay, so I am not done yet because I am going to, what should I do? I am going to, I did this on one of the cards going out this month, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I did. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've just got a bit of scrap here. When you do this, you need a fair bit of wetness in the brush tip. So I'm going to squeeze, and you're probably not going to be able to see this. I'm going to squeeze my barrel until I can see ink flowing through this part here. I can see it on that side. Whoop. I don't want it to drip though, which I've got to be real careful with, which is why you hold a scrap piece. See, can you see the drip coming down? Anyway, so, right, okay, so I did drip. I'm going to pick you up because thank goodness you just landed on my glass mat and I can use you. And then we are going to just go and flick Wink of Stella over everything. Be careful, I have got Wink of Stella splatters everywhere. Oh, some little gold flowers, they would have been cute. All right, so I've got Wink of Stella, so there's lots of shimmer going on. I find that thumping is the easiest way, and now I'm just going to paint these flowers with Wink of Stella as well. Oh, liking that. And by the way, if you get Wink of Stella in your hand, I had it on, for some reason I had it on the back of my hand, and even though I'd done the dishes and had a shower, my hand was still sparkly for like 3 days afterwards. It was like, oh, that's really pretty. All right, so we've got ink splatter. Let me bring it up to see if you can see. I don't know whether the camera is going to pick that up, but we've got some shimmer and splatter going on all over it. And then I'm going to, these are the cork rounds that come with it. So what I have discovered with the cork rounds, so there's 2 sizes, there's the big ones and the small ones. So we're going to pop these guys on. And we'll put another big one. I needed it to fill that space, but now it's gotten a life of its own. What does that look like? That looks stupid. Why is the third one really hard sometimes? Probably because I've got so much cluster going on. Maybe I'll put it in there. How about that? Okay, but not done yet, because what I have discovered that you can do, because they look a little bit flat and boring. Well, they don't actually. They look quite nice, but you can actually paint these with Wink of Stella as well. And it stays nice and shiny and sparkly, so we can give them a little bit of a coat as well. And now I have finished. See, you can make them shimmery and shiny as well. So that, I like that. That's pretty cool. So there we have another one, quite like it. Love all the ink blending and all the background stamping. You do have to do it with this one. So I quite like that. So a quick flick through, because these cards they only go to members. They don't get shown on blogs or, you know, anything like that. So these were our first month. So I'm just going through really quick. And then we moved up into the paper and the cork rounds. And then this month is the, we step it up a little bit more again. So if you're interested in Stamp by Mail, like I said, the next one starts in May, and the details will obviously be out as soon as I know what products I can use from the new catalogue. So make sure you're on my newsletter list, and then as you know, details get released and all that type of thing, you can have the option to sign up for them. So there we have it. I love it, and maybe next week we will come back and we'll play with the stamp set that I didn't get to play with, because I can see a lot of potential with some of these little bits and pieces too. Okay, that's it for me, and I will, do you know what, I'm nearly at the end of my, I know I'm not going to say to-do list because the to-do lists always keep going, but I'm almost at the end of where I can have a little bit of a break in March, before it all picks up again in April, and because I still got the card kit that I want to show you as well, so we might do that next week as an extra. I think I'm free. Okay, if not, take care, and we will see you again next week, and make sure you signed up to my newsletter so you can get all the details on this card. Okay, perfect. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.